So I think we met Asya 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So our first encounter was actually not a meeting; it was a phone conversation. So she called me about 4 years ago, asking a question not about herself, but about somebody else. And at the end of the conversation, she asked me, why does Jewish religion have to be so technical? Why everything has to be so detail-oriented? Why is it so exact?
Excuse me, Rabbi. Is someone going to translate in Russian for us?
So I was found a common language. So I told her that, listen, when you make a phone call, if you want to switch it off, the phone call is not going to click. It's not going to connect. So sometimes in life, the things have to be precise. Otherwise, it's not going to click. It means that after that conversation, a lot of things click because our phone line has not been the same ever since. I understand that there's going to be no shell brackets in Chicago, so therefore my only chance to complain is now. So never before was my wife texting at 1 o'clock in the morning, texting for and that's never before we have text messages that jam the cell phone memory. Like, the text message I can compose back. As so as her husband. The rabbi is So Isaac Harris, he was once speaking to his students in the sukkah. And he spoke about the fact that in the student's sukkah, you have to have a kavanah to eat kizayis of bread. So if you're not doing the shemet, it's not going to come. So as Isaac Harris was speaking, he noticed that few of the students under the table were taking more hard and putting in their mouth. So he said that was the best drasha, the best speech he ever gave, because somebody was actually listening. Now before that what you're saying, but here he sees that the person is actually not only listening, but willing to do something about it. Now over the years, I was going with many people, and some people listen, some people take notes, some people record. The biggest indication of a success of any teacher, rabbi, rav, is somebody afterwards asks the question. Never over the past 15 years did I have anybody that would ask so many, so detailed, so wide span range questions as this student. Now the questions range anywhere from which bracha do you make on a seaweed salad?
Come on.
What's what's an appropriate choice of children's school? From how to appropriately pay her employee to how kasher the kitchen for Pesach. From how to properly pay nicer to all kind of complicated questions about yichud, about sneers, about all the range of questions. I'm giving over the range. Now, it's not an indication just that this is a very intelligent person asking questions. If you look at the question, it's not very long, it's very detailed, like options A, B, C, or anything else. It gives you very options, like which way to steer the answer. And the wide range of possibilities is not only an indication of intelligence, it's an indication of something much deeper than that. And that is, if a person is asking the question, and not only, like usually the questions I get, like very typical, like, it's spoon, like shipat, like you know, like which way it's going. Now, but the person is willing to ask the question about any area of life and every area of life. That's an indication that a person is able and ready to hear no. That it's not just a question, and I do what I want. Like all of us have certain questions we're not asking. Like certain questions can be broken made, so with the past, so cash the past, to make a different bracha. But there are certain areas of life, like don't mess with that. Don't touch it. That's not like that we're not asking. And so on. If you have a person that is willing to accept an answer, even if it's what do you do with the hair and through the answer? The second idea. If you have a question about things which are uncomfortable, whether it's financially, whether it's physically, whether any area of life, that's an indication of the greatness of the person. The Goyen says that the hafta at the Shem Lakecha, the whole, the Rashi ben Zan called the Vavku b'hol miyadecha. The Goyen says, in the famous Rashi ben Zan in Gemara, that the whole Vavka, the whole Nafshaka, that with all your nefesh, in Hebrew, most of Nafshaka, right, that even if we have to be able to sacrifice our lives. Now, the whole miyadecha is all your money. Now, so the question is, the person is willing to sacrifice his life, so obviously he's going to give away the money. So there are two different answers. So going to explain what it means is there are different people with different touchy stuff. For one person, we're not talking about just giving them the life. Some people are willing to part with their physical time. You know, you need the help, you want to change your tire in the middle of the night, I'm there for you. But they're not willing to write a check. Some people, a regular check, but leave me alone. So what the Shema is saying, the Asya Hashem Lakecha, you should be able to love your God with the other area, the one you're not comfortable with. That if you're willing to write a check, go change his tire. If the person needs a tire, don't write him a check. You have to do what the person needs, even though that's not what you have to offer. A person is willing to pick up what person needs and give up what's more dear to him. Not only convenience, not only what he's used to giving, but the Pasuk says that how far is Hashem, as close as you're willing to let him in. If a person is willing and able to let in HaKadosh Baruch Hu in all of his decisions in life, in all areas of life, even though usually that's a taboo topic, that's something that we don't come close, and something that we don't touch. That's an indication of the greatness of the person. Shay mentioned to him, hope he doesn't mind me saying over, but even if he doesn't mind, go right there. So he told me that whatever Asya accomplished in these couple of years, it took him decades to accomplish. And that's an indication of this thing. A person that is able to let Hashem so close, the thing like, love Hashem, like that, fuzzy feeling. Love Hashem means that sincere ability to do things right. And willing to take no for an answer, because that's not right. That is love Hashem. And that's where Siyat Ishmael to come to go all the way up in just a couple of years. To make an unbelievable transition from Buffalo Grove to an aliyah in the Olympic College.
I'm going to look at the Tower of Chicago. It's like 50 miles away.
Now, from transferring her children into Icon, Jewish day school, to observing Shabbos and Yom Tov, to closing her business on Shabbos, to this transition from Asya to Asya. That takes a great person with an unbelievable honesty and strength. And it's only appropriate that a person like Shay that also is willing and able to consult people not only about, which is very important, technical decisions in his life, but also life decisions. That's a very appropriate match of a very honest person. Honest and strong. It's a person of unbelievable strength that was able to make these conditions. Unfortunately, we don't know Shay well enough, but he definitely makes a strong impression. It's our feeling.
I want to be something to look up for.
It's our feeling that these two strong individuals will form a strong bond and we will enjoy their presence for many, many years to come.
Go ahead.